Hey, how are you? I am Brando, and in this occasion, I will talk to you about the different types of landforms we have in the world. Okay, uh, I'll start with the first one, which are mountains. A mountain is the highest landform on the surface of the Earth. It is usually found to be conical in shape and steep sides and a pointed tip called a peak. As compared to their surroundings, mountains are high points on the surface of the earth. Mountain range is a series of mountains. Mountains could be steep and snow covered, or they could be gently sloping, having rounded tops. The highest mountain range in the world is the Himalayas. Some mountains are found under the sea and could be taller than the Mount Everest, which is the highest mountain peak in the world. Okay, there are three different kinds of mountains: volcanic mountains, fault mountains, and block mountains. The other type of landform is the hills. Hills are lower in height than mountains, but they are higher than the surrounding areas. A number of hills together form a range of hills. Hills are usually covered with grass. The climate in the hills is more pleasant than the climate in high snow-covered mountains. It is usually neither too hot or too cold. They make perfect tourist destinations. The vegetation is thick. Beautiful fruits, orchids are found in the hills, and it is good to crop cultivation like tea and coffee. The next landform I have here are valleys. Valleys are low-lying areas between two mountains or hills. When rivers flow down the mountain sides and hillsides, it wears off the rocks and soil. Over a period of time, the water carves out V-shaped grooves. These grooves get deeper and wider, finally forming low land areas called valleys. Okay, valleys formed by glaciers are U-shaped valleys. Valleys formed due to the effect of erosion are V-shaped valleys. The valleys formed that is V-shaped or U-shaped, depending upon the rate at which the deepening and widening takes place. Narrow valleys are called canyons. The climate in the valleys is pleasant and favorable for living. Hence, many civilizations in ancient times were found in valleys where there were rivers flowing, making water available for the people. The next type of landform I have here is plateaus. Plateaus is a flat-topped highland with steep sides. Since it looks like a table, it is also called a tableland. They are basically areas of high, flat lands. Plateaus are usually surrounded by steep rocks, faces called cliffs. Some plateaus, like the plateau of Tibet, lies between mountain ranges. Plateaus are usually good for growing certain crops. And the next type of landform is plains. Plains, as you all are familiar with, areas of flat land. Okay, the plains usually meet the oceans or seas. These are called coastal plains. In India, we have the eastern coastal plains and the western coastal plains. Some plains are formed by the action of rivers. They are called river plains. In India, the northern Gangetic plain is a river plain. River plains are very fertile. River plains are very fertile and good for growing crops. The next one is islands. An island is a piece of land surrounded by water on all sides. The continent of Australia is an island. Islands are formed due to volcanic activity or due to hot spots in the lithosphere. Coral islands are formed when the skeletal material of the corals piles up over a long period of time, and these ones look very beautiful in particular. And finally, we have deserts. Deserts are large, dry, and hot areas of land which receive little or no rainfall throughout the year. The vegetation is scanty due to the shortage of water. Deserts are covered with sand. Sand dunes are formed in deserts. They are huge hills of sand formed by the winds. Deserts have extreme weather conditions. Days could be very hot and nights very cold. This is because the sand absorbs heat fast during the day and gives off heat quickly at night. So these were the landforms I had for you. Thank you very much for paying attention. I hope it was useful for you. I'll see you the next time.